Welcome back to the show. In the words of the Eagles, there's a new kid in town. It's Jeremy Garrett. Thanks for coming in, Coach. Good to have you here. And guys, introduce yourselves and your positions.
Do you want to go first?
I'm Carson Whitby. I'm a guard.
My name's Weston Adams. I'm a forward.
Kyler Pettigo. I'm a point guard, shooting guard.
And head coach Jeremy Garrett. Coach, man, nice. Thank you for coming in today, man. Got to talk to you a little bit when you first got hired. So, just first off, how has it been, these past, 6-7 months since you were hired on at the end of last season?
It's going pretty good. We had a pretty good summer. We beat a couple good teams end of the year with Elizabethtown, so that was a good win. But these guys have really bought into the practice and the drills that we've been doing, the defensive drills that we've been doing. We hit conditioning and weight room really hard. Some of these guys went up a lot in our bench chart, and so they put on some muscle. And like I said, the conditioning aspect, these guys are ready to run up and down the court, and it's going to be a pretty good year.
Carson, Weston, you had to set out last year. I mean, let's start with you. How does it feel to be back and get acclimated in the gym?
It feels great now. I mean, I tore my ACL last year, but it's been rough, but it's good to be back finally.
I didn't miss near as much as him, so it was a lot easier for me to get back into the swing of things. I think I missed probably three months worth of basketball. Got right back into it over the summer. So
nice.
Coming off ACL tear, obviously that's nothing to play around. Just for you, just kind of talk about what that recovery has been like to getting back and hopefully being healthy this season.
I mean, don't get me wrong, it was pretty hard, but I mean, I pushed through it, and it's just been difficult, but I'm good now. It feels normal now, so.
Okay, yes, sir.
How'd it go? What's it like having everybody back, the band back together, man?
I'm ready. We ain't really been able to do a whole lot in practice with the JV because we've been doing a lot good, and then just having them back, I'm just ready for Monday.
Nice.
Yeah, the season's coming up, man. Kyler, last year you were part of Warren East. Now you're a part of a rival in the 15th district, man. Just kind of talk about, obviously you're going to end up having to face them twice this year, man. So just going through your head, what's it going to be like seeing your old team out there?
I'm ready to play against them, but kind of that loss against Glasgow, kind of one game at a time. So I ain't really worried about them until we play them.
Absolutely.
Coach Garrett, Webster County, spent some time. What's it like being around here and being in the 15th now?
So I feel like one of the biggest changes is that I think the 15th has 4 teams rather than 3. Webster only had Henderson and Union in the district, and so obviously that 1 seed would get a bye and just automatically clinch and get a spot in the region. Whereas in the 15th, you've got your 4 teams, and now the seeding, to me, doesn't really matter because at that point, regardless, you got to play that first game. And so I feel like getting a chance to play in region at the regional tournament's going to be cool because you get to play at Diddle. That's something that you don't get to do in Region 2. The high schools host region, so we don't really have a college court to really play on, so I think that's going to be pretty cool. But I do feel like the district this year is going to be pretty close.
Fellas, just last year, the girls squad got to make the region. Watching them make that run there at the end was fun to see. Being students basically getting to watch them play. What was that like? Getting to see them play out on Diddle, and how did that? Did that motivate you all at all to be like, hey, we want to be out here on Diddle this next year?
Yeah, it definitely hit hard seeing them have such a good season when ours was full of turmoil. I mean, obviously, it didn't go how we wanted it to, but I think, like you said, it does provide some motivation for us going into this season, especially us two being seniors. It's last year, we just got to give it our all.
Coach, unfortunately, you get your footballers back. They had a rough loss the other night, but what a great season they had. You got, I think, Chase Ross on the team, Deontay Granger, Jackson Morris. Feels good maybe to get them in and get them in the mix, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. I can't wait to get those guys back. I think Jackson actually had a pretty big summer this year. We had a lot of inside-out game that we were able to do with him, kind of threw him into the post. And he had a lot of success during the summer. I didn't get to experience Chase. He didn't play summer ball with us. But that gets me more excited, though, because of the success that we did have over the summer. Makes me more excited because I'm like, okay, wait a second, that's without Chase, and I can't wait to get Chase back. Tay actually stepped up a lot, especially defensively. Because sometimes we would throw some presses out there this summer, and because of his ball pressure, we got a lot of those turnovers that we wanted, and those turnovers can turn into points. And so I think Tay stepped up huge this summer. And there's also Tyler Turner. You know, he played football too. We didn't have him in the offseason, and I think he had a pretty good football year this year. So I'm excited to get him back. You got Jax Coffey. That's another big guy that stepped up this summer. Like, we had a lot of football guys that were at football while the other guys were out, you know, playing. We were conditioning, weightlifting, all that stuff. And so, no, I'm excited to get them back, and they start back at practice tomorrow.
Nice.
You know, Coach, just, you know, kind of talk about, you know, developing these relationships with these guys over the past few months or so, and how's that been going for you all?
One of the biggest things that I try to focus on, especially when I applied for the job, is I like to tell people that when they ask what my strengths are, relationship is that big piece that I feel like goes a long way. Because I was one of those players that, you know, if I didn't have that strong bond or relationship with my coach, then, like, you know, but then I ran cross country one year, and I never thought I'd ever run. But the coach made it enjoyable, and that relationship he established with me made me love it and enjoy it. And so that's one of those things I've carried on with me from high school to now, is establishing those relationships with these kids the best way that I can. Obviously in a professional setting. So
That means a lot. That was a very good point you made right there. Pettigo, let's start with you and go to the front. Answer this one for me. What's one thing this year, personally, for your game individually, you want to get better at?
I'm really working on just being a leader and being able to, like, facilitate the whole floor and, like, get us in the best spots in a game, and just that's pretty much it.
I'd say this year it's like post moves. Past years I've been a more sit there and spot up shooter, but this year I kind of grew a little bit, so now I'm trying to, you know, get in the post a little bit.
Yeah, you ain't short. You're not short.
Carson?
I think for me, it's just trying to do a little bit of everything: shooting, finishing, just knowing my spot. Kind of like, I don't know if y'all watch the Olympics, but like Devin Booker on Team USA, just filling your role any way you can.
Yeah, speaking of the Olympics, their logo looks like the Olympic basketball. I literally thought you were all wearing USA Olympic gear. I was like, oh, okay. Oh, no, that's ACS.
I want
so
some of
that's
these
pretty
warm-up
cool.
sweats, man. These are sweet.
Well, we appreciate you all for coming in today, and good luck to you as we start the season here soon.
appreciate it.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Well, don't go anywhere. More Sports Connection right after the break.